Okay, you should be able to see on the top right-hand side the word recording. Do you guys see that?
I do, yeah.
Great. Now, things might slow down a little bit in terms of the video quality. I'm not sure if that's going to happen or not. And if it does, I do apologize. But we do want to record this and all the features that we have here. Again, I'm going to go into desktop sharing now. And when I go into desktop sharing, you're not seeing what?
Maybe because I'm a moderator, I didn't see that recording. It just says that I haven't installed the recording module.
Oh, yeah, you will, as a moderator, you won't see it. Other people will. It now says that my desktop is active. And what I'm going to do right now, you should now also be able to see that I'm in the back office, or the administration side of the VirCast. And you can see that by seeing it says live.vircast right up here. Now, I'm only sharing a section of my room. So if you have a bigger monitor than the average 15-inch monitor, you might see a lot more of my screen. But all you need to really worry about is this area that I'm in right now. So what we're going to be talking about is the process of the VirCast webinar system. And it's a little bit different than some others in the sense that if you don't turn on your webcast session, you're placed in a webinar waiting room, essentially. And this waiting room, if you get in, let's say, I'm going to remind people, if you get into if you have a webinar that starts at 11 o'clock in the morning, and you click the link to go to that webinar at 10:30, and the moderator has not turned on that webinar session, then you're going to go into like pool or the webinar waiting room. And the webinar waiting room could be as simple as, hey guys, the webinar has not started yet. Refresh the screen maybe 10 minutes before the show is supposed to start, and we may have turned on the lights and you can come in. So again, this is a room you can capitalize on or not. And here's how you do that. The first thing that you're going to be going to is the My Webcast session. So all these are different rooms that I've created. So I've created 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rooms. Most of them are just test rooms and all that kind of fun stuff. And here's one that I have set up as a private room, and it's called VirCast Super Special Deal. So let's just go in here just so that we can take a look at what we need to do to edit and modify that waiting room. So all you need to do is click on here. This will open up where all the webcast sessions are. So again, you got to create the room, and then you got to create the session in order for the room to start working. Now if I click on Start, I'll be able to open up the room. I don't want to do that. I want to go into this button here to edit the session. Now when I'm editing the session, everything that's in this area right here will show up in the webinar waiting room. Now, one thing that was asked by me, by John Wood and a couple others, can I put iframes in here? Yes, you can. What can I put in here? You can put video. You can do anything you want. You can actually recommend or here's an idea that I would suggest. Consider opening up your Composer HTML editor with the what you see is what you get system, or any other HTML editor, and create anything that you really want to create in here. So let's say to put video in here. You can do that. You don't need to use an iframe to put video in here, because this is what you see is what you get editor right here. But what you don't see is you're not going to be able to. Well, let's put it this way. I'm going to center this. I'm going to
move it up a bit.
Move what up?
Your screen. You're only showing half screen.
You're only seeing half the screen?
Yeah, you drop down about 4 or 5 inches here.
I can't. Can you see where it says this is a very limited time special pricing?
Yeah, it's at the very, very bottom.
It is, huh? Yeah, I can't right now. I don't know why that. Well, let me see if I can a little bit. Let me see what I can do.
Can't slide that up?
Not because I just set up the recording to be in this area right here. So let me see if anybody else is having a problem. Scroll down a bit. It says I can see it all. JQ Adams finally entered the room. I'm glad, JQ, that you entered the room on not time.
Be glad I'm here at all.
I'm excited that you're here. JQ, were you having problems looking at that room too?
Well, I see the same button view what Gabby sees. I see down to the where you just centered and just a little bit below it.
Do you see the word submit now?
Yeah, that's right dead center on my screen.
That's dead center. Okay. All right. So I'll try to remember to put my cursor right here after I use it every time. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to highlight that. And I'm going to increase the size to, let's say, heading 2. And center it. All right. Now, I'm also going to hit the center button again. And I'm going to go to YouTube. And I'm going to find a YouTube video. Okay. So I'm going to go into YouTube. And here's a video that I did last night. And I'm going to click on Share. And when I click on share, I can click on embed, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to embed this video, and it's going to be 640 by 40. Okay, and I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go back to the VirCast webinar waiting room. Now, what this video could be is just a short video that says, "Hi everybody, thanks for joining the webinar. We look forward to starting on time. My name is Keith Carberry. I'm going to be your host for this live presentation that's going to start at 11 o'clock Eastern Time. You got in here early, and because you came in here early, we're going to do X for you. Or because you came in here early, I want to let you know a secret that I'm not going to share on the show once it starts. If you stay 5 minutes beyond the time and I say goodbye, I'm actually going to shut my camera off, but I'm going to stay in the room. If you stay on 5 minutes longer, I'm going to give you a special offer that nobody else is going to get. I'm going to give you something for free. Entice them to stay. That's going to entice the people that got here early. They're going to say, wow, I got in here early. Because I got in here early, I'm going to get something really cool. That's something that I would love to get. You can also say this, listen, I'm going to give you a special code that you can't share with anybody else. And the code is 12367. Once you purchase the product from me today, and if you enter in that special code, you're not only going to get the special show price of $97, but I'm going to take off an additional $20 because you got in here early and you knew the special code. Do that special code, and it's only going to be $77. So there's so many different things that you can do in here. You can make it entertaining. You can put in a game in here. As many people have already seen, that you can do all that. But I personally think that if you put in something that's entertaining, educational, and wanting people to come back for more, then it's going to be very beneficial for you in the long run. Okay? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put in a bunch of X's here, and I'm going to click on the source button if I can find it. The source button's right here. And now that I put the source button in here, I'm just these X's, and I'm going to hit Control V to paste in that video. And then I'm going to release the source button. And here's that video right inside here. Okay? Now this is a very big video. Alright, so I'm going to go back to source again, because it has a closed paragraph. It doesn't have any spaces in here. So I'm going to do this. BR close BR, and I'm going to do a bunch of X's in here. I'm going to go back to the HTML editor, and now I can start. It just helps me find where my cursor is, so I can start typing in here for more information. A reminder: early peeps special code is 1345667. Okay, and then you just click submit. So now that you've set up your webinar waiting room, I'm going to now go back to my webcasts. And inside my webcast, this is the one that I just edited, right? So in here, I'm going to take a look at the webcast information. and I'm going to look at the login link. Copy that login link, and I'm going to open up a new window. And here is the webinar waiting room. And again, you can put anything in here, any ideas that you have, you can put in here. Now, one of the things that was asked by me from John Wood is, can I put in multiple videos? Absolutely you can. You can actually just, in here where it says reminder, you could actually put in another video. Any video you want. It doesn't have to be a YouTube video. I'm just using YouTube for simplicity. But you can put any video you want in here. And just to show you something, the system or the code that's being used by YouTube is an iframe, right? You can use the older, they do have an older code system here if you want to use that, but it is an iframe in here. So that's just another iframe, different iframe than the one that I recommend, but it's already built in, so this is the one that you should use. As a reminder, because I'm lazy and I don't want to remember things, I use this page here. I'm going to copy it right now. I use this page here to create an iframe generator of any website that I want to create, of any website I want to use. And it works really nice because it does borders and all that stuff. And I know that I'm not going to have any close. And if I create my own iframe, I tend to have close typos and all those different codes. I make a mistake. This helps me not to make a mistake. All right. So I'm going to do this. Control V. That is the link, by the way, that I use if I have a website that I want to iframe inside my webinar waiting room or anywhere else. I use this system so I don't have to figure out how to set up the codes for iframing. All right, let me go back to the room here. So I hit play, which is what I'm going to do right now for a second. Hi everybody, my name is Keith Carberry, and this is a video test for the new VirCast recording software. I'm using Internet Explorer to make sure this works. Okay, so hopefully you heard that a little bit. I didn't have the speaker set up 100% properly here. Could you hear that, JQ?
I heard it very well. As a matter of fact, I'd be satisfied with playing videos like that if we could continue with that quality of audio, at least from my perspective.
Yeah, I agree, and that's something that we'll be going over as well on how to do that. So that it works as best as possible. I want to JQ something that I'm going to...
I got a question. Though.
Go ahead.
Did you get some stand-in from the prison to make that video for you? What? That guy looks awful cheap.
Actually, no. In fact, since you came in late, but I will actually share with you how handsome I look right now.
Oh boy, here we go.
I got a shave and a haircut, 2 bits. I did shave off this side here a little bit, so it looks a little bit less scruffy, right?
Yeah, shaping up for a goatee now.
Yeah, that's what it's going to be because it's just it was too scruffy looking, and as I mentioned, obviously I'm doing this because I'm a huge Bruins fan, and I'm growing a beard because that's what all the Bruins fans around here do. They grow beards. So this is the best I can do for a beard.
Celebrating Red Sox victory last night.
You know what? I didn't watch the game, but I heard about it this morning when I was driving around this morning. My son pretended not to feel too good. What's that?
Pretended?
No, he didn't really pretend. He didn't feel good this morning when he woke up, and he was just kind of moping around. All of a sudden, when it hit 7:30, which is usually the time I take him to the bus stop, he's like, well, I guess I'm not going to go to school, but I feel much better. I'm like, really? I said, listen, you know what? You never call in sick. I said, if you want to stay out sick, I don't have a problem with that. But if you want to go to school, let me know and I'll drive you. I want to go to school, so I drove him to school today. Oh no, this is my younger son, Jimmy. The older one did move back with his mom.
Well, she's a little bit less strict than you.
She's anything goes. I think the word sorry, I think the word for my ex-wife number one is lazy. Extreme laziness. At 6:00 p.m., her life completely 100% shuts down, and what happens? She's on that couch and done. So at 6:01, the party starts for the kids. So, did you guys find that? By the way, I want to mention one more thing. I want to mention. Sorry, JQ. I want to mention one more thing. We are recording. I'm going to shut the recording off now, unless you guys want me to go back to the iFrame or the webinar waiting room. Did you guys understand that process of the webinar waiting room and see the importance of that?
Webinar waiting room.
Webinar, right. No, I missed it, says Bob the Kilt. Well, that's okay, Bob the Kilt, because if you missed it, I am recording. So as you can see, if you're not a moderator, you'll be able to see on the top right-hand side it says recording. We are recording this, and I'm actually going to stop the recording in just a second here. Fine, thanks. Absolutely, Bob the Kilt. What we'll do, Kilt Man, is I'll let you guys know what the URL is once it's up on YouTube later on today.
Yeah, what